Hello everyone, we are outside Melbourne Cricket Ground as fans start to make their way home wherever across the world that they've come from today, because we've had fans from all over the place. You're probably thinking, oh, these two chaps next to me also be revealed after this intro. Hippie, or Andrew, what should I call you?
Andrew, hippie. Andrew.
Tom, innit?
Yeah, Tom.
Father and son, everybody. Now, again, I've been lumbered with two people who are way taller than me, so I look like an absolute midget once again. Sam Mulliner, where are you? But yeah, this is the last word. You've seen the match reaction. There's a vlog also coming as well. There's a lap of appreciation. I've been down with these two, with the fans zones earlier. I went round, filmed all. That's all to come. But I'll come with you, Hippie. With the lineup, it was like we knew Eddie Howe said earlier in the week that he's not going to take any injured players. So that kind of ruled out Anthony Gordon. And there was no Sean Longstaff either.
No, I didn't see.
So apart from that, though, he went pretty strong.
He went pretty strong. Well, who did we have? We had Bruno. We had Joe Linton. We had Nick Pope. Great to see him back in goal, wasn't it?
We had Isak up top as well.
We had Isak up top, that's right. And Elliot Anderson in there. It's good to see. So we had a pretty strong lineup against Spurs, but then so did Spurs.
Yeah, what do you make of the lineup?
I think it was a pretty good lineup. It was a pretty good attacking forward lineup. We had Isak. We had who was on the wing? It was Barnes. Was it on the wing? Yeah. So it was a pretty good attacking side. But then we didn't really see much of Isak until the very end. He only had about 2 shots, I think it was. But he had a pretty good tap in, which made us win the game, ultimately. Yeah.
Who won the penalties? More than that shortly. But let's not kid ourselves. It was not a game of great quality, I don't feel. And I don't think there was like a thrust in the Premier League where you'll have the crunch of tackles. I think both sets of...
It was more laid back, the game, it felt.
They've been told, haven't they?
Yeah, they'd been told to sort of calm down, like sort of not try and get anyone injured kind of thing.
Yeah, 200%. Let's go to the goal. Obviously, the Maddison one, it's a Nick Pope error, let's be honest. The back pass is awful, and even the shot that when Maddison comes in, I think he has to save it.
I think so, but you know what? I didn't see it. I wasn't there live. That was the time.
Where did you go?
That was the time that I decided to go down the concourse and visit the lavatory, boys. So yeah, Tom saw it. He told me all about it.
Did you see the replay on the screen?
I did. I saw the replay. It looked like a bit of a fumble from Nick Pope. He could have done better, couldn't he?
He should have done.
He could have done a little bit better, but you know, it's Maddison. Maddison's pretty good. There was a bit of power in that shot too. So you know, I guess it is what it is. He got in there.
It is 1-0 down, but Tom, he did redeem himself not so long after, a few minutes later, from the same man again. I think it was Maddison again, and it's a great save. Literally from about 8 yards.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal save. He got down quite low for that low ball. He wasn't. I had a feeling he expected that. Like he was expecting like another counter shot from that, which was pretty good. It was a phenomenal save.
Yeah, it was, and it was a fantastic save. And obviously, we've seen the Trippier substitution where Murphy come on. You must have seen the equaliser, surely.
I did. I saw the equaliser.
Talk to me about it.
The tap in.
Yes. What you've travelled here for.
Well, that's the thing. We're on the opposite side of the field, so like, is it going to go in? Is it ping ponging? It's ping ponging, and then Isak gets the tap in, and it was a great goal. It was a great goal.
Just stopped me from having to go to that Spurs fan there, so well done. Well done, 'cause I looked at him before I'm going to say something. But yeah, we got the equaliser, and then Tom was like, how many changes are going to happen at half time? There was Wilson. Who else was there? There was 2, wasn't there?
So it was Isak got swapped out for Wilson, I believe, and we had a...
I've totally lost track.
Totally forgotten too. Yeah, I think we had 3 subs.
And then there was a ring of changes later on, and then effectively turned to be an under-21 side versus an under-21 side. Even Callum Wilson went back off.
And then some.
Jacob Murphy, and it was like you were losing who's who, yeah.
Yeah, and another 2 subs. So what was that? Like
13, I think.
I think 13 players. And Gillespie came on for Pope right at the end.
Hero.
Yeah, Gillespie the hero. Yes, he was. Well, I don't know. What was number 11's name for Spurs? He looked lively, but he couldn't shoot for...
Brian Hill? I don't know.
I don't know.
He was Glee or Gill. I can't
Brian
remember,
Hill. Yeah, it's pronounced Hill with a silent G. But look, the second half wasn't a great spectacle. There was even Mexican waves going on, and that tells you the crowd are pretty bored when that happens.
Yeah.
let's be honest. But bizarrely, it went to penalties. I didn't know about it. Did you, Tom, that was going to get to penalties? Because I didn't know.
I didn't know it was
I
going
don't think the players knew.
No, I don't think anyone really knew. It just kind of happened when the 90 minutes hit. They'll just announce, reminder, it's penalties now. So that kind of brought the crowd sort of like interested and brought the crowd back into the game, I reckon.
Yeah, the locals were definitely loving it. They were loving it, like the Melbourne lot. Used to one from Melbourne, so I can say that.
No.
It went to penalties. It's a lottery, but a bit of fun at the end.
Yeah, a bit of fun at the end. I think maybe they just threw the penalties in because it's like, we can't have it end 1-1. The Australian crowd will not have that. We need to have a winner.
Is that how you do the sport then?
Well,
There's no draws?
Well, you know, Aussies like to back a winner, and I think everyone expected Ange. Ange is home in Melbourne. We're not from Melbourne, we're from Sydney. But Ange is home in Melbourne, we've got to have a winner. No.
And it wasn't him.
It wasn't to
On
be.
his homecoming.
It wasn't to be. I'm sorry, Ange, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure he's devastated. Of course he is. Nobody wanted this trip, let's be honest. Even Ange Postecoglou was whinging on about the flight time. But the fans, I'll come to that next for you, Tom, because they did the lap of appreciation. They went over to the home sets and fans in the shirts. Dan Byrne chucked one in, I think Callum Wilson did. There might have been Elliot Anderson did. Yeah. The interaction, just thanking you guys and everybody else who's travelled from Philippines, Thailand, part of Australia. I've seen people come from the UK. I think I've met one fan today who's come from America. I don't know which way they'll fly. Is it left? They'll go left, won't they go down that way? I think that's the quickest way. But what I'm trying to get at is it was nice for the fans the players to appreciate the fans.
Yeah, 100%. The Newcastle the whole Newcastle team was very supportive of those who did come and take their time to come and watch the game and support them. Because it would be very unique for them. They wouldn't be expecting as much support as they probably got today. It was pretty good. We had not only in where the away fans were, we also had a bunch scattered around just along the actual stadium, which was good to see because when there was the goals happened, you could hear the whole atmosphere bring up from the Geordies and all the other fans that are Newcastle.
That can't happen in England, you know that?
Oh, really?
You can't have a Spurs fan sitting next to a Newcastle fan in England.
That's interesting.
You can't even have a beer there. You've got to have it in the concourse. So that would never happen in England because it's just too aggressive and too fierce, I think is the word. But I want to see on the fans for the minute. Obviously, we went the fan zone, and you'll see it on the video earlier. It was just, I was like, what is this? It's like I'm expecting 100, 200 maybe, and it was rammed. I don't know what the other two venues were like, but when we were there, it felt like for me, it was like Shiro's bar, and it was just like, what's going on? The support here is incredible.
I was wondering that. I was wondering how you would actually feel about what our support was like, because
incredible.
When Tom and I walked in, they were singing. It was like, wow, this must be what it's like when they play at St James. That was phenomenal for us. We don't experience it. We're on the other side of the world. It's sort of we get to see it on TV, but it's not quite the same. When we walked in, the fans are singing the bleeding races. They're singing all the various anthems and stuff, and it's like, yes, this is pretty quality. Tom looked at me and he's like, Dad, this is fantastic, And I thought, well, there you go. I brought him to the right place. I was wondering, what did you think, Lee? What was your thoughts? It was
with the fan zone.
Yeah,
it's incredible. It blew my mind. I just couldn't get over it. How it was there's a lot of expats and a lot of Geordies who live out here, but there's obviously a lot of Australians mixed in with it as well. It was what's going on? It's just I'm going to do a video at the end. I do it, and every time I go a trip abroad, I did Saudi, USA. At the end of the week, I always do me time in Melbourne as a whole. The people, the city, the food, the football. I'll bring that up because I was gobsmacked. But I'll stay on the fans bit, Tom, because you've seen Newcastle United in the flesh with your old man. I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying that. That's a moment that you guys are going to treasure together.
Oh, 100%. This was my first football match entirely, and plus it was with the team I love and support. So I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life, especially that we've won the first game. It's going to be one that I'm going to forever remember.
feel like you're getting emotional here. You're not going to get emotional on me, are you? What was your thoughts taking your son?
He was all right. He was behaved.
Were you all right?
He was behaved. That was.
Were you all right, though? That's what we want to know. Me and Tom want to know.
I was all right. I don't know. Was I all right, Tom?
Not going to have a little tea the night, are you?
No. He was good. I enjoyed it, and it was nice to bring him along, like to actually.
But for you, though, because you followed Newcastle, your family are from South Shields, for you to see the Toon in the flesh, because the friendlies are being criticised, and it's been criticised by me as well, for making money, but for people like yous, would you have a realistic, for the 2 years, realistically, have the chance? How often will that come around to see them in the flesh?
Well, that's it. And like when we went to the pub where the fan zone was, it was like we don't get that experience here in Australia, you know? Like the teams don't come. The fans are here, but we're so sort of spread out. It's not so much a communal thing or tribal thing, really, as it is in England. But it's nice. It's nice to have everyone here. It's nice to see them in the flesh. It's nice to see the boys play and perform and win. Even though it was penalties.
It did, and even I was like getting grabbed all the time in the pub, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Lee! Oh, you're here! You're here! It's like, I'm here.
Celebrity.
I wouldn't get that far. But your time, Tom, obviously you've seen the pub. How does the whole experience for you feel today?
It feels phenomenal. Like obviously watching it on the TV and all that, it feels awesome hearing us, but we don't fully experience that. But today I fully experienced it and it feels awesome. I feel right at home. I feel like if we went to England, this is what it would feel like, but a little bit better. Like it feels.
You can go and tell all your plastic Man United pals and Liverpool fans that I went to Newcastle United game and I saw it.
Exactly. They will never probably get the chance to see them over here, would they?
No, unless they come over here, which is who knows. But did anyone impress you in terms of? I know it's difficult to rate a ton of players because most of them only played 45.
Lewis Hall. I thought
it's come on leaps and bounds the past few weeks, hasn't he?
Lewis Hall, he was on the ball, he was there. And, you know, Bruno, or the classics, of course. But Lewis Hall, I thought he was good. He lost the ball a couple of times, but overall, he was in the game. He was there, he was present, and he played really, really well, I thought. Elliot Anderson, I thought he was pretty good. And Bruno, he's class. And I will say this, not a Spurs fan, but Son. He was on fire.
He's so good in the flesh, isn't he?
In the flesh, he is a class player.
For his age now, he's 31, so his pace will probably drop off a little bit. But you can see the quality, because you could tell, for me, the second half, the quality between the first team and then the under-21s. A lot of the under-21s couldn't keep the ball and it was rolling out of play. Yeah. You could quite easily see the difference, couldn't you?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, the first half was definitely the starting 11 for both teams. And then during the admission and then the second half, you could see there was a dip in quality, but that could have been purely because it was a bit rainy, like the ball was probably a bit more slippery and the grass is a bit more slippery.
Just like England,
exactly. But it was definitely, they weren't as probably more, professional on the ball. Like they were definitely missing what the starting 11 definitely could have pursued upon. But I think that was just for both sides, and I think it was pretty fair overall.
Yeah. It was entertaining at the end for the penalties, especially as well. But Ives have done all right for your debut. You were proper worried coming on. You've done fine. So there you go.
All right. Are you talking about the football match? Or are you talking about our interview?
Used to. You'll be fine, man. You'll watch this back over and over again. Show your missus and show the kids, and you'll see this back, because this is like an experience for you, and it is for me because I'm travelling to Australia for the first time, which I'm loving, and I'm only not even halfway through yet. But that's been Tom. That's been. What shall we call you, hippie? That's been Lee, and plenty more videos coming this week. We've still got another game to play in 2 days. Mental. Drop us a like, everyone. Ta-da. Bye.